go disappoint the next bitch. I'm busy. I like to spark up on a jet when I'm tipsy. Moving trim got me cutting everybody loose. New pictures made the old niggas miss me. Know he wanna kiss me. Ass out, yeah, I'm a bad motherfucker. Crashed out, yeah, he a mad motherfucker. I learned my lesson, I don't do no holding hands. You will never catch me post a nigga on the gram. The fuck? Yeah. Don't worry, I'm going to transform and I'm going to do something serious. I'm so excited to look hot that I know I'm going to fix myself. My phone is on 20%. I hate this because I was actually only going to go into the house at 5. Drop an album. Manage me first. Isn't it, you in the business. Manage me and we'll drop an album. I'm still angry at you that you came to SA and you didn't say anything. You wrong. You wrong. Like, yeah, me fucking up my bag. Stressed out, man. Losing all this ass. I know who I am outside and the drink tastes like fuck 'em. Just a waste of time. That don't mean that I don't love him. Right now, I'm on all bread, no cuddles. Bitch, I need them bands stuffed up in the Louis duffel. Get some prayers in the meantime, work. Bae, I had to put me first. I was in my feelings stuck up in the house. But just know that I'm single when you see me out. I love that song. It's called Single Summer. As for no man will deal with this. He used to tell her she's used goods and she needs to be thankful for marriage. He was insecure and he wanted her to feel like no one else could ever love her. Like I said, that nigga always used to tell me, no other nigga would deal with this. And I'm like, first of all, because obviously, like I said, when he cheated and I found out and we broke up for a bit, I did have a new nigga that treated me so nicely. And that nigga, like, never made me feel, like, hard to deal with. Like, I was a breeze, do you know what I mean? Like, and he loved me down, do you know what I mean? So when we got back together and he would tell me no nigga would ever deal with this, I couldn't even tell him that niggas have dealt with this and they loved it. Do you know what I mean? That like that what you're looking for is not realistic. And it's like, no, it is realistic. I had it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm speaking from experience. Like, what I want is not fucking unrealistic. I had it, What's the name of the song? It's called Single Summer by Dior. I get my nipples pierced so bad, but it was me no pressing against skin for months. It's not worth it. I took mine out. I got it at 17 and I took it on. I was told no one would ever want me to. Even my ex before that was like, if you're not with me, you're always going to be depressed. I'm the only person that can save you. I'm the only person that can fix you. It's like, you are part of the reason I'm depressed. Fuck, nigga. They love me out here. Niggas love me out here. Do you know what I mean? You were making me feel like no one, like I'm so hard to deal with and I'm impossible. I'm a fucking breeze. Like, in the right hands, I'm a breeze, guys. Me, I can be a man's piece. And I never knew I could be a man's piece. I'm a man's problem. 100%. I am a menace. I won't lie. I will have you stressed out. But in the right circumstances, I'm chilling. Like, I'm not hounding you. I'm not like, even when I had been with that guy, that in-between guy, when he would go out, I would sleep peacefully. You know what I mean? I never, when hypothetical would go out, I'd be up until 4 a.m. because I just couldn't sleep. Because I'm like, our Arabi phone. And then when you do answer, I can hear a hand quickly talk. And then you quickly hang up. And then our Arabi again. And then you resurface the next day at 3. This was in the beginning. It wasn't the whole time. But, you know what I mean? Then when I was with in between, I was like, someone can go out and I can literally be like, okay, enjoy your night. Good night. Do you know what I mean? Even now, I sleep peacefully. I don't care if you're out of town. I don't care if you fell asleep first. I fell asleep first. You're like, Chief, yo, why did you leave him when he was good to you? Because I had literally met him. So this is what happened. What happened was I went to Delicious Fest, right? Mind you, the whole year I'm hearing about the cheating. I'm thinking, yeah, for sure you're doing it, but I just can't prove it. You know what I mean? I mean, there was enough proof, you know what I mean? So I'm hearing about it. I'm insecure. I'm feeling like shit. You know what I mean? I go to Delicious with Lady. We're walking. I'm like, wow, those guys are tall. And she's like, oh. And she goes and greets him. They know each other. I got shy. I dashed. You know what I mean? So then he messages, Lady, and he's like, yo, come to this marquee and have a shot with us. You know what I mean? So she's like, oh, let's go have a shot with my friend. I'm not thinking it's him. I get there. I'm like, oh my God. 197. You know when I used to sing on the live, this distance is this distance is taking a hold of me for sure. And I'd always be like, this distance. Anyway, so I'm like, oh shit. So I'm there still looking down. I'm shy. Also, I'm dating, but like, I haven't seen the nigga in 2 weeks. I'm hearing that you're cheating every other fucking day. Cool. I was like confronting him, yes. And he was lying and calling me a bitch. Anyway, so... Oh, so, okay, cool. We'd go take the shot, mingle, ha, 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 ha. How old are you? I'm 24, ha, ha, I'm 30, what, something, I don't know. Anyway, cool. Then it's like, okay, from here, let's go somewhere else. So, cool, we leave Delicious, we go out to Saint. Now, Lady's hungover as fuck. So, she's like, oh, no, so then some guy comes to greet me. Some guy, no, so this guy's sitting next to me, right, just chatting to me. Some guy comes to greet me, a guy I know. So, he's like, oh, hi, it's been a while. Then he goes, where's your man? So, then I'm like, I don't have a man. I was like, I don't have a man. Because I'm like, I'm sitting next to a potential and fuck my man. Do you know what I mean? Because he's cheating on me. I just can't prove it. But also the honey's posting, I kind of can. Anyway, so now I'm like, I don't have a man. So then this guy then says, oh, how? You're going to deny me and I'm sitting right here? I said, oh, my man's right here. Because the whole night I was wondering, I don't know if this guy is into me or nah. You know what I mean? Now, Lady had been out the night before, so she's hungover as fuck. She's like, dude, I need to go home. Like, I feel like throwing up. I'm thinking, fuck, bitch. Like, why do you want to go home now when I'm chilling with something serious? Like, fuck, you know? So then I'm like, anything you'd like to eat, craving? No, thank you. I just had chicken licken. Thanks so much, mama. So I'm like, fuck, she wants to go home, and I can't stay with these people I don't know by myself. And now also Hypotheticals messaged me and said, yeah, I'm at the crib with my cousin. Do you know what I mean? We're having drinks and stuff. So now he's like, when are you coming home? When are you coming home? I'm thinking, I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. Why are you there? You know what I mean? So then I had to leave. I'm like, you know, my friend is leaving, so I have to go. So he walks me to the Uber and he's like, I know you're not leaving without giving me your number. I said, I'm thinking, fuck, I have a man, but fuck him. So then I'm like, I give him my number, right? Cool. He messages me, yeah, I hope you got home safe. It was really nice to meet you. I'm like, it was really nice to meet you too. Mind you, the next day is Hypothetical's birthday, right? But for my birthday, he didn't get me a gift. He was out of town. He blocked me on my birthday. So I didn't plan anything. I was like, you know, fuck you. You know what I mean? So I get home. We chilling with him and his cousin. I'm thinking, why the fuck are you here? I post a boomerang of like us toasting. You know what I mean? Because we were having drinks, you know? So, I post a boomerang of us toasting. Mind you, Hypothetical doesn't follow me on Instagram at this stage. We had one little disagreement and he decided to unfollow me, and I'm like, you're not unfollowing me over this disagreement. You never unfollow me when we disagree. You're unfollowing me because you're catering to somebody else's feelings. You know what I mean? I just can't prove it. Anyway, so now I post a boomerang toasting. You know what I mean? And he's like, no, delete that. And I'm like, why? He's like, my sister follows you. And I'd lied to her saying I don't feel sick today I feel sick today because she wanted to see me. So if she sees that, she's going to know that I was lying. Comes up with a lame ass excuse. And I'm like, once again, you don't want me to post this because you're catering to somebody else's feelings. But I was like, okay, whatever, right? Him and his cousin, they leave. Now, cool. It's the next day. It's his birthday. Mind you, you know, let's just call him, yeah, that guy. I don't know what to call him. This distance. Let me just say this distance. Mind you, okay, this distance, you know, has messaged me and all of that stuff, like asking how my day is going and all of that. We chatting, you know, because like I said, I don't feel too bad because I'm like, fuck you. Anyway, so now it's the next day. It's the birthday. I send a sweet message. I'm not getting a response. I'm like, okay, but I understand it's your birthday. I'm calling. Phone is not being picked up. You know what I mean? And when I'm asking why aren't you answering, it's a thing of, no, I'm with family right now. What is happening with my hair? I need to fucking fix this. Anyway, no. Hold him no, it's not crash out. Anyway, he's like, no, I'm with my family. I'll call you back. Then he posts a cake that says happy birthday hypothetical. You know, the candles aren't lit though. Okay, so he just posts a cake. So I'm like thinking, okay, cool. Maybe his friends or his mom got him a cake, whatever. Cool. I post on my story. I'm still showing love. I post on my story, happy birthday to the realest nigga I've ever met. I'm still calling, not getting an answer. Then a ghost account DMs me and sends me a story. But this account that they sent me has me blocked. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, it can only be Banana Faces, the girl that I've been hearing about. It can only be her account. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, this person's not picking up the phone, doesn't have plans to see me. We've spent every birthday together since we've been together. This is the first year we don't spend our birthdays together, and I'm hearing all this shit. I'm like, So I call my cousin, you know what I mean? And I'm like, so I need you to go check that honey story because she blocked me. She's like, okay, I'll check it now. I said, check it now while we're on the phone. She hangs up on me. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm calling her. I'm like, what is the story? Send me a fucking screenshot. She just keeps saying, I'm on my way. Right? I'm like, I didn't ask you to fucking come here. Just tell me what the story is. She just keeps hanging up on me. She eventually gets to my crib and just hands me the phone. And it's her post. She has the same cake he posted, but the birthday candles are lit. It's a video, and her caption is, happy birthday, locked in. Do you know, I laid on the ground and cried for I don't know how long. I wouldn't move. I was laying on the ground outside. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, what the actual fuck? So then I send I'm calling. And then I sent the screenshot. I'm like, yo, what the hell is this? He goes, oh no, her and her sister have baked me cakes for years. She just sent the cake, and then I sent a video, and I guess she posted the video. I'm like, what type wait. One thing, you can't finesse me. I am the finesser. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you think this is? Do you think I was born in like 2020, whatever year that was? Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, what type of fucking excuse is that? You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'm starting to realize that the reason you actually came yesterday, after I haven't seen you for 2 weeks, the reason you and your fuck-ass cousin were at the crib yesterday was because you knew you didn't have plans to spend your birthday with me today. So you came to at least be like, at least, do you know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what? I'm like, okay, sharp. Whatever, I'm chilling with my cousin, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not okay, but I'm like, whatever. He comes to see me on like, I don't know what day. We speak and I'm like, you know what, if you're really not with this girl, open your phone, go to her contact and let me see your messages. I don't have her number. Imagine we chilling on the bed. I don't have her number. Nigga was out the door, left. Like, that's how much he was just like, fuck, I'm cooked. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, this distance and I still chatting, I'm like, okay, you know what, fuck you. But I'm still in this thing, but I'm like, also fuck you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, you know what, I'm actually done with you. It's fine. I'm actually done with you. You know what I mean? But then, are we talking about my stuff? Are you crazy? No. But then, I'm like, okay, fuck you. You know what I mean? Then the following week, so now, like I said, it's still nice chats with this distance, but I'm still like, hey, I don't know what's going on with me, to be fair. Then the following week is when she came and confronted me at my job. So then it was like, okay, this is done. Great, this distance, come here. You know what I mean? Literally, I went live that day. She came to my job. Me and my cousin went live, and I was saying, yeah, I'm single. And you guys were like, what? And I'm like, I'm single. Trust me. You know? That time the gate is calling like crazy. Security comes to my house gate even and says, dude, why aren't you picking up your phone? I said, don't let them in. They were at my gate until like 5 a.m. just calling, panicking. because now I've blocked him everywhere. Do you know what I mean? So, oh, so now we're done. Cool. I'm like, yeah, you need to come here. Like, you are fine as hell, you know. Let's see what you on about. You know what I mean? You're up. What's up? You know? So then me, Batsila, and my other cousin, we decide to cook. You know when we used to cook, make cocktails and just chill? You know what I mean? So then we invite this distance. He comes with his friend. Like, this is a really nice guy. You know what I mean? But like, he doesn't know that like I just got out of a relationship a week ago. You know what I mean? I did say I'm freshly single, but I said it's been like 2 months, not a week. You know what I mean? So then we start kicking it, we vibing. You know what I mean? It goes from like phone calls at the end of the day to multiple phone calls a day to texting the whole day to sleepovers. You know what I mean? I'm rocking with this thing. Like, it's fun. I'm allowed to be myself. You like to go out and have fun. You know what I mean? The type of person to have like a section and bottles, but still want to dance on the dance floor. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just like, and even Batsila was like, yo, I like you like this. You know what I mean? I like you more as a person like this than, you know? So it was a vibe. You know what I mean? We were getting into it. And then I started speaking to hypothetical again. And I said, Ish. So I say to this distance, listen, I have a confession. Says what? I'm like, I didn't get out of my relationship 2 months ago. I got out of it a week before. No, I got out of it a week after meeting you, you know? No, I think I still lied. I said a week before meeting you. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, so, you know, I feel kind of overwhelmed and I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I'm not ready to rush into something new, because he was like, I want to date you. Like, stop with all these we together type shit. I want you to be my girlfriend. And he's like, I haven't been in a relationship in years. I haven't wanted to date in years. But you understand? I said, hey man, I'm into you. I love what's going on. You know, he's like, take a chance on it then. I said, ish. Okay. Then I'm like, you know what, it's fine. I'm going to heal while I'm with you. It's fine. You know what I mean? I need to heal, but I actually like you. Let's rock. Continue to rock for a couple of months. But like I said, hypothetical still here, sending flowers to work, messaging me. Can I see you? I said, you know what, let me go home, Baba. You know what I mean? I was like, let me give it another chance. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. But I was also like, I didn't have an opportunity to get over it. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, I literally met you a week before it ended. Like, I didn't have an opportunity to get over it. Do you know what I mean? So then I said, ish, I might go home, Baba. He said, no, I need you to believe in us and believe in me. You know what I mean? He's like, I think your problem is you're scared to be happy. It's so foreign to you, you know, that your system is rejecting it. I said, you might be right. I need to go home, Baba. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm giving, you know, hypothetical a chance, but I'm still here like, you know, like, we can rock, but I hope you know, like, we're not dating. So I'm done doing sleepovers and all of that stuff, but we can go for lunches, we can bone, because at that point, hypothetical and I will never be boning two people at the same time. So hypothetical and I weren't boning. So I was just like, we can bone, but like, we're not doing the lovey shit. You know what I mean? Because I told him, I said, I'm listening, I'm hearing him out. You know what I mean? And then eventually I just went home, Baba. I just went home, Baba. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And I don't even know how we got to this distance, but that's the story. It was a movie. It was a shit show. And everyone in my life was disappointed. My mom even said, what? Like, Batsila, what? Lady, what? Everyone was like, what the fuck, Shamiso? Like, and I was like, guys, I don't know what to... I had to be like, please be nice to hypothetical, guys. Like, please, you know. And then when I got back with hypothetical, just, have you been with anybody in the time we were apart? No. No. That's what I'm saying. Like, lickbacks need to be quiet. You know what I mean? Because then afterwards I felt at peace. I could forgive because I went and I swam. You understand? Hypothetical affect your relationship with your loved ones. Sometimes, yeah. One thing about it, we will go home. I said, let me go home, Baba. No, my phone is on 10%, so I do need to go. And I did say I was going to go to the house at 5, so at least it lasted. But I will come back when I'm doing my makeup. I do think I want to take another shower. I don't know. I want to do something. And then I'm going to start doing my face. And then I will be charging my phone. I've got the nice long charger. And we can yap and yap and yap while I do that. But I literally, like I said, I showered at like 12:30. Like, is a shower really going to do something for me? But I could try, you know? Like, yo, don't go home this time. No, but that's not home anymore. So at the time it was home, but that's not home anymore, you know? Like, that should have never been home. That should have been a hotel. Need to go home until home crashes and burns. Do you know what I mean? I was also like, yeah, let me just go home so I can like find like I can hate you, then I can dip, you know? What nigga gotta do to stand a chance with you? Please, man. Please. But I mean, maybe home is, because when I think about it, out of anyone I've ever been with, you've actually had the most roundabouts with me. Do you know what I mean? Third time. Maybe you home. Who knows? Like, who knows? Ew, this is flat now. What the hell? What the helly? What the BB yelly? So you never told me about this distance to this day. No, but then there was a time we were hanging out to try and rekindle, you know what I mean? Just hanging out here and there. And it was before I told this distance that I'm hearing hypothetical out. Does this distance, and I spoke to this distance before I was picked up, and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go out with a friend. Bye. So usually if I'm out with friends, he wouldn't call me and stuff like that. But then this time he called me, and the things we were watching, I remember we were watching AKA's funeral on my phone. Then just drop notification, phone call. I said, Jesus! Why are you calling me? We just spoke. And he never did that before. You know what I mean? So I'm like, why are you calling me? So I quickly swipe it up. Hypothetical is like, who's that? Grabs my phone. Who is that? I'm like, it's just a friend of ladies. Why is he calling you? I don't know. Call him back. I said, I can't do that. I can't do that. I said, no, I'm not doing that. Why? Why must I call him back? No, relax. Also, you have no right to be asking me to do shit. You cheated. You know what I mean? Yo. Then the next time I see, okay, so then I don't get back to this distance because now we're chilling the whole night. I'm like, you actually have to leave. Do you know what I mean? Because I actually took all this distance back. Yo, the next time I see this distance, he says, you know, your ex has been watching my stories. Not stories, he doesn't post. He's like, he liked one of my reels, as in to show me that he was on my page. Why was he on my page? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe he heard that, like, we've been seeing each other. I don't know. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. That's my favorite thing to say. If I ever say that to you as a man, just know I'm lying through my teeth. That's my go-to line is, I don't know what to tell you. Like, so I was like, I don't know what to tell you, you know? And then now this distance was on his radar. So he would ask me, so that guy, you say he's what? He's Lady's friend. Then how do you know him? Oh, I met him at Delicious. Oh, okay, so how does he have your number? I said, yo. We all just exchanged numbers. Like, you were cheating. Like, we just exchanged numbers as a group. Like, don't ask me shit. You know what I mean? But I was just like, ugh. Oh. Oh. Yo, and then there was a night. I'm glad that I'm, like, done with these niggas so I can tell these stories. I have no shame. Before my battery dies. Then there was a night, right? Guys, I already discussed the word confrontation. Then there was a night, right, where now I'm not back with hypothetical and I'm not done with this distance, but this distance knows that I'm talking to hypothetical, you know? So there's a night where this distance was out, you know? And this battery's gonna die while this story is juicy. But if it dies, I'm gonna have to go charge my phone and then I'll have to start again. There was a night, okay, let me try to be quick. There was a night this distance was out, right? And then hypothetical was at the same fucking place. They were a table apart. I'm getting phone calls from hypothetical like crazy. I wake up, I'm like, hello? You know? And then he goes, yeah, you know that guy that was calling you? Yeah, he's here. Like, I'm gonna fuck him up. Do you know what I mean? So I'm thinking, what the actual fuck is going on? So I go check Hypothetical's friend's stories, and I literally see his friend snapped him, and in the back, I can see this distance. I'm like, doof, 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 doof. So now I call this distance, mind you. So I call this distance, right? To ask, I'm like, yo, did you speak to Hypothetical? Do you know what I mean? But I'm trying to play it cool, you know? So while this, I think Hypothetical could see that this distance is on a call. So I think he was trying to check if this distance was on the phone with me. So now while I'm on the phone with this distance, Hypothetical keeps calling me, and I can't let it say user busy, because then Hypothetical's gonna know that Vele I'm on the phone with this distance, meaning I'm panicking. Do you know what I mean? So I'm hanging up. I keep speaking to this distance, and I'm like, hold on. Then I answer Hypothetical. Then Hypothetical will hang up, but he's calling to see if I'm on the phone. He's not calling to say anything. You know what I mean? So then I'm like, to this distance, did you say anything to Hypothetical? He said, Shamiso. And that man has never raised his voice in his life at anybody. Said, Shamiso, don't you ever in your fucking life call me for such bullshit again. I'm like, that fuck ass ex of yours is here. Yes. And if he's saying anything to you about me, don't come to me and ask me shit. Ask him why he's asking you about me. Do you know what I mean? So he said, listen, and at that point, I think we were 25. He said, listen, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm 33 years old. Don't you ever in your life call me about your 25-year-old business. Like, I said, yo. So I'm like, I'm sorry. And now he's getting revved up. He's like, I swear to God, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to fuck this nigga up. You know? And I'm like, yo. I'm like, please calm down. Please don't. It's like, I'm telling you, I'm going to fuck this nigga up. Yo, I've never heard him like that in my life. I said, fuck. I'm cooked. I said, I just have to sleep. Do you know what I mean? I said, listen, I'm really sorry. I just had to sleep. I'm like, you know what? Whatever happens. I'll hear about it tomorrow. And like, mind you, you know, Hypothetical's got a temper and he's got hands. This distance has got hands, and he's got the distance, and he's got the, like I said, that nigga is 197 and 118 kilograms pure muscle. Do you understand? So I was just like, yo. Like, I'm finished. I said, I'm cooked. You know, luckily the next day I woke up and everything, I guess, was normal. Hypothetical, I was like, when I don't ever call me on some fuck shit again, flip the script, bust a left, bust a right. This distance, I said, I'm so sorry. You know, that was so disrespectful of me. I don't know why he was telling me that you guys were in the same place. You know, he's definitely heard that you and I were kicking it. You know what I mean? Like, no, I was obsessed with the measurements at some point, so I know. No, but I'm just like, you know what? Hey, man, if they rocked, they rocked. At that point, I just had to sleep. I had to sleep because I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm not there. You know what I mean? Like, and he was just like, no, my boys have never seen me that upset. So my boys even wanted to step. Like, your nigga was going to get pummeled. I said, sure. I wonder who would have won. I would have liked to see it for entertainment purposes. Not that I want to see people fight. But I said, and it's not the first time they've been in the same place, you know. But the second time was when I was fully back with Hypothetical. This distance knew I was back with Hypothetical. And Hypothetical was like, your fuck ass nigga is here. Nah. I said, go greet then. Like, stop telling me about Chitela. What's the request? Do you know what I mean? Like, stop telling me when you see him, dog. You know what I mean? But because this distance and I have always been cool, when I then saw him at like a friend's birthday, and it was soon after, he was like, yeah, I saw your dude. And he's like, is he still your dude? And I was like, depends, why are you asking? And he was like, yeah, because he was moving mad. But that's not a surprise to you, right? I said, like, bust a left, bust a right. Like, no, it was a mess. Like, your father must understand. Like, truly. I don't know what I was going to do if they rumbled. But hey, like I said, I would have loved to see it for entertainment purposes. I would have paid to watch that fight. Honestly. Like, did we go to the zoo this week? No, we didn't. But yeah, guys, that's my messy ass story. And like I said, because, you know, I have someone that I really care about. I can talk about old stories. It's so freeing. I love it. It's great because, guys, it was movies. It was scenes. Like, that's not a surprise to you. I'm dead when he said, yeah, no. He was moving mad with honeys, as always. That's not a surprise to you. I said, oh, but what if it is? Like, I was like, no, I am surprised. He said, Shamiso, come on. You can't tell me that nigga can shock you. I said, what if I'm trying to see the best in him? Like, it was crazy. It was a fucking movie. You know what I mean? It was a movie that time. I said, That's what I'm saying. I slept. I literally had to go and sleep. And the next day, I went to a pool party. Vele. Do you know what I mean? Because I was just like, but then because I flipped it so well, Hypothetical ended up apologizing to me. He's like, I'm sorry that I woke you. I'm sorry I was just triggered when I saw him. And I'm like, why were you triggered? Like, I've never been with him. Why were you triggered? You know? And he's like, yeah, I'm sorry. Then I went to a pool party and I snapped a bunch of drinks like ciders, but then I saw there was Corona in the mix and I only saw it afterwards. Then it's, so you at a pool party with niggas? Again, you starting. I said, wait now. Like, that relationship would have been an amazing Netflix series. It really would have. The fact that you could fall asleep afterwards is so funny. I had to just accept my fate. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing I could have done. I was thinking, should I get up and go to that place? But that's only going to make it worse. And I always used to think to myself, like, if I was ever in a position where I had to be in the same place and one of them had to be like, hey, surely you rocking with me? And the other one's like, no, surely are you rocking with me? I would have been like, gents, I'm going home by myself, please. You know? Because gaslighting from you, but he deserved it. No, I had to gaslight. I was like, that's so toxic. Like, why the fuck are you giving me someone? Like, you're busy yelling at me over a nigga I've never even been with. Buster left. But it's also like, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, you put me in a position to meet that guy because you cheated. So you actually can't be mad. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have two of my bees in the club. Shami, don't get truly. Like, that relationship it would have been an amazing Netflix series. Like, honestly, we were living in a movie, guys. It was an absolute movie. Like, that time that nigga was inside. Do you understand? It's like, dude, rocking with Jesus would have been the answer. Honestly, I would have been like, I'm not in the mood to go. Yeah, I just want to go home. I'd have suddenly gotten very sick. It was about pride, not even love. That's why I hate him. Truly. And then the nerve